On the second Sunday of Lent, we always read the Gospel of the Transfiguration of Jesus. And the church reminds us that the destination of our journey when we follow Jesus is heaven, the glory of God. In today's Gospel, Jesus takes Peter, James, and John up to the mountaintop, where they see him transfigured before their eyes. The vision, the voice of God the Father, enabled them to see the promised land, the glory of God. And Moses and Elijah appeared to Jesus and spoke about the Exodus. Jesus will lead a new Exodus to liberate not only Israel, but every race and people. This is not the Exodus of the Israelites from Egypt, but the Exodus of the new people of God, from a world of terror and sin to a world of love and peace. The people would be led to this new world by the new Moses, Jesus. They would hear the truth from God from new prophet, the new Elijah, Jesus. And if the old Exodus begins in Egypt and ends in Jerusalem, the new Exodus of Jesus begins in Jerusalem and ends in heaven. And his Exodus is his passion, death, resurrection, and ascension into the heavenly promised land. To enter the promised land, the people of Israel have to spend 40 years in the desert. During these 40 days of Lent, we are called to go out from the land of slavery to enter the new land of freedom. I don't mean that we have to leave this country because the country is the best for freedom. I love this country. But what I mean is to move from slavery to inner freedom, not outside, but inside. And what we are called to do is to take the inner exodus, the exodus that Jesus is the leader, who leads us from slavery of addiction, terror, or sin to recovery, love, and peace. I have a small experience about going out of a boundary, and I would like to share with you. When I was a boy in Vietnam a long time ago, I was scared of swimming. I was scared of looking at the wave in the river. And sometimes looking at the waves in river make me sick. I'm good at soccer and volleyball and ping pong, but swimming is not my time. But one day, my father took me to a river. It's not big now for me, but at that time, it's like the ocean. It's about 300 feet from this side to the other side. Then my father began swimming. I was amazed when I saw him swimming under the water for hours, from this side to the other side and back and forth. And I desired, I wished that I could swim like him. He told me that, Linh, if you follow me and practice, you can swim like me one day. So once a week, we went to a river sometimes by bicycle, sometimes on foot. Sometimes it took like an hour to walk there. And many boys in the village also follow us because we didn't have swimming pool or lifeguard in our village. So after 6 months of practice, he told me that, Linh, now you could swim across the river. But I told him, no, Dad, I'm not ready yet. And it's funny that at that time, a lot of guys learned from my father who swim across the river, but not me. I'm scared. And I went home and I practiced, even though at home I took the bucket of water and I dipped my head into the bucket and tried to breathe in the water. If you practice swimming, you know that breathing is very important. So I practiced at home. And some months later, he asked me again, and I tried this time, but I failed. I just finished 1/3 of the distance and swam back. 1 month later, he asked me to try again, and he reminded that he would swim next to me. And this time I swam half of the distance. But when I looked at the wave around me, I was too frightened. So I called him, and he swam close to me, and I put my hand over his shoulder. Both of us swam to the other side together. But now standing on the other side, the moment is nervous again because I didn't know I could make it back. But surprisingly, I was successful swimming back. Actually, at the middle of the river, I was frightened, but I just looked at the destination, and I know that my father next to me. So it gave me confidence, and I swam, and I finished well. And now I'm very happy that I can swim like him. 5 miles, 10 miles, it doesn't matter. Our destination is heaven, and Jesus is our leader. We need God's grace and trust in Him in order to finish our journey, our exodus. And like Abraham, the promise of God sustained him and kept him going during some very dark moments. It's like the familiar saying from Father Ronald. I really like it. I believe in the sun even when it's not shining. I believe in love even when no one is there. I believe in God even when He is silent. My brothers and sisters, every Lent, we are called to take the Exodus to follow Jesus. And St. Paul says in the first reading today, our citizenship is in heaven. The destination of our journey when we follow Jesus is heaven. When we see the glory of God, when we share His glory. So may the grace of the Eucharist we celebrate today help us to listen to Jesus and continue to focus on the Exodus we are called to walk with Him.